So I just got finished reading a chapter to my grandkids in a virtual manner here, especially on YouTube. And I do pray that this one goes viral because this one was about James Caldwell and a pastor in Elizabethtown. And not only was he a pastor, he was a great warrior. He was a fighter. And his family, his wife was murdered by the British. And then he was ultimately murdered by a man that was supposed to be a militiaman, but believed to have been either just an evil guy, or he was bought off and bribed by the British and the Tories. But what was important about him, and the reason that that guy was all upset at Reverend Caldwell, was because for the most part, he was the general, he was the commissary general. And what that meant, that he was the guy in charge of making sure that the troops in New Jersey were fed and got paid when they could get paid. And in the story, what is really most compelling to me, in relationship to the shutdown right now that's going on, is this is how ignorant you American people, you politicians, and even you that are on all of the other major media, including Fox, are ignorant of our foundation. Yes, I am. I'm very emotional about this because your ignorance is allowed the toleration of all the evils. So what we had here is that this great pastor was able to stand up and rally the troops when he couldn't pay them. He could feed them. He could make sure that there were some things that were coming in. But these were men willing to put their lives at stake, and they weren't getting paid. And they stood up and they would fight for him when he would rally them around. You know what? That's what we need. We need right now that all of you that are bureaucrats and government employees rally around our president and say, fight for our liberty. Stand up for that truth of our sovereignty. Stand up and fight as you are, Mr. President, for everything that you are doing to ensure that our constitutional republic remains whole. So if you're not getting paid, you know something? I don't feel sorry for you at all, because you know what? These men that fought to form this country did not get paid. They were barely clothed. They may have gotten something to eat. In fact, there were times where they ate their own shoe leather. That's why they didn't have shoes to wear and had bloodied feet. Now, when you have bloodied feet as a federal employee, then I will give you the sympathies of my prayers. But what you need to have is the guts, the fortitude to understand liberty according to the foundation of this nation. President Trump, I honor you, sir. I will tell you right now that you are doing exactly what the founders intended, as you are fighting for our liberty and maintaining our sovereignty as a nation according to the purposes and the intent of what we need in this nation today. And our enemies, our Tories are the Democrats. And yes, we see no different than that man who murdered Reverend Caldwell may have been paid off by the Tories. Our modern day Tories are all of the humanists, liberals, democrats, because that's what my dad calls them, democrats that are in this nation today, that are fighting you in Congress, that are taking and conniving every manner to take this presidency of yours apart, to destroy our liberties, our freedoms, and our sovereignty. Stand strong, Mr. President. We're praying for you. My wife and I are praying for you. And thank you